Okay, I think we'll get started. I think that's about it for today. Hi. You can. Okay, we'll bow in. Just a couple of. Okay, salute. Okay, ready? First exercise, hands up. Turning. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Oops. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and stop. Okay, to the side. Hands over your head. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and stop. Okay, hands up. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. To your right. To your left. Center. Inhale. Exhale. Hands up. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. To your right. 2, 3. Left. 2, 3. Center. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, one more time. Hands up. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. To your right. To your left. Center. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Hands on your waist. Circular movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Center, reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Center cross. Knees. Circular movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, and stop. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, and stop. Center. Hands on your waist. Neck turning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, center, tilt to the side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, center, rotating, 1, 2, 3, reverse, 1, 2, 3, center, hands up, pull an inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, spread your feet, turning, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, and stop. Turn, stretch it out. Switch. 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 Switch, straighten the front knee. Switch. 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 Center. Okay, shake it out. Deep breathing, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, hands at your waist, shoulder roll. Reverse. And center. Okay, press, release, exhale, inhale. And stop. Deep breathing, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, wrists. Reverse. Okay, palms down. Bigger circle. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and stop. Okay, center, shake it out. Side to sides. Okay, center, lift. Okay, shake it out. Leg swing, right side. Okay, switch. And center. Side to side. Okay, center. Switch. And center. Okay, shake it out. Deep breathing, hands up, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Silk rilling. Okay, switch. And Sana. Okay, close, open up. Open and close. Switch. Okay, Sana. Circular movements. Okay, lower hoop. Okay, shoulder height. Elbows down. Okay, lower, palms down. Extend. Okay, deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, diagonal flying. Switch. Okay, cloud hands. Okay, Sana. Lift up, carry tiger to the mountain. Okay, infinity sign. And Sana. Form the fists. Okay, palms together. Turn, draw the bow. Okay, fan to the back. Okay, raise the hand. Okay, deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, so let's go through the short form first. All right, ready? Feet parallel. Preparation. Begin. Okay, deep breathing. Inhale. Okay, so we still some time to work on the Tai Chi Paradigm. Any questions? You have Lisa, any questions on the form? You want a section to work on? So let's right after going to the left side, let's just do that. The left section. When we get to reverse the ball, and we flip over, we have diagonal flying, and then we have apart the horse's mane, right? So in this form, when we lift up and we bend down, stork flaps wings, we turn this way. We have grasp the sparrow's tail. We have single whip. Hold the ball. Reverse the ball. So here's the diagonal flying here, right? Sit back, stroke down. Then we have one part the horse's mane. And then we sit back and step up. And we have one part the horse's mane. Okay, so you have two part the horse's mane, one on each side, and one right side, or we have one, it's the diagonal flying. So it looks like you're doing two part the horse's manes. That's where some people get a little confused. So, and then in the regular form we have one right side diagonal flying, and then two part the horse's mane there. So it would looks like there's three of them. So if you follow me there, then that's one of the differences. That there's a diagonal flying and a part the horse's mane back to back there. So and then when you do Jade Lady work shuttle, when you cross corner and you go forward and back, you're in the vertical elbow position, and then so to get your transition up to the upper position without lifting just from the elbow, or just lifting like this, go forward, go to vertical, and then sink the elbow a little bit so that you start to drive it upwards. Okay, you follow me there? And then you cross over to this side. We go forward, back, sink, and then rise. So that adds a dimension of lifting into the Jade Lady workshop, so it doesn't look so sort of flat, because then it becomes more of an isolated movement. Because if you bring the relationship between the legs and the arms together, sink the elbow, relaxing the shoulder, then because we're coming back and we sink, we can kind of fold the elbow and then open it back up. So, when the elbow folds, it's kind of like closing, right? When you fold your elbow this close, then it's the joint close. If I open the joint, it goes like this. So I can open on the way up and then turn it out. So it's sort of like, when this is lifting up in Kari Tiger straight up. If we lift like this, then that gives you a vertical dimension, right? So that happens more in, say, lift the hand, or raise the hand, or when we do the warm-up, coming through the center. So this is similar. So when you go forward and back, and you come up through your center, and turn your torso, then you'll get into that corner. Or you're turning into this corner position mainly because you're like this and your back is twisted. So there's where your lower lumbar area is tied into the movement. So when we turn, we're really twisting our torso. So that gets our back more involved. And because of that, you can find your alignment between this position and this position. Okay. So because we have two hands going out, you're essentially more square, but because we're pushing in that direction, this is really going toward the center, like this, right? This is going toward the center, right? You can stay there. Yeah. So fix your hands, right? So this is here, right? So this would be more like that.
Okay, so this
Yeah.
is up?
Yeah, like that. See the V?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this is in front of the shoulder. This is on your center line. So your nose, this, and that knee is in one line. See, so that's why you have to twist. Because if you don't twist, you can't get your position. And then on the upper hand, it's actually a little further out. It's over your shoulder. Yeah. So this is like this. Yeah. You mind if I adjust your hand?
Yeah.
No. So you're here, like that.
Okay.
And then this hand is like that. Yeah. So your nose, this V, and this knee, yeah, is in line. Yeah. So, everything is, we talk about the center line, finding that center line. So if you find that center line, your hand's going to be in the correct position. So this is here, and then this seats like this. You see how the wrist is seated there? And then this is here, like this, right through the knee. Yeah, you'll use that V as sort of a guideline.
And this is our part.
Yeah, it could be, right there is good. Yeah, yeah, that's correct. Oh, this is, yeah, relax the shoulder a bit. Yeah, like that. Sink, yeah, see, you didn't sink there, right? Go back, right? Go back, yeah. Yeah, now sink, door. Sink, and then come back. It's like this, see? Somewhere here, right? So I sink. Otherwise it's like this. Because this one kind of neutralized the force first. Right? So to create a bulong, right? Yeah, yeah, and then this hand comes to here. This, and then this relax here, yeah, and yeah, so like that. So all these positions we try to mimic a movement. You typically, when you learn, everyone mimics the movement. We copy, we see, we copy. But then you say, oh, where's the hands? Is it over the head? Is it over here? So there's certain guidelines to figure out how that happens. So, okay. And then turn the shoulder this way a little. Yeah, like that.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah. Yeah, so this is okay, right? Then it's your back. It's like this. It's directed. So you see this 1, 2, 3, and then this is here because once no, don't pull it in. This is here. Okay, so you say, well, okay, when's the center line important and when's the shoulder width important, right? So if you have two hands pushing like this, that's shoulder width. If you have one hand, then it's to your center, right? So, like if you're doing brush knee, if I were using a mirror, you could see from the back, you could see that if I brush knee and I push, I'm actually directing it toward my center line. But because my body's slightly twisted, it looks like I'm missing the center line, but actually it's aligning this. And then because I turned a little bit, my hand is here. So the V, or your index finger, is pointing forward. and then this hand, the index finger on this hand is actually vertical. So if your V is off like this, pointing off in that corner, that means your elbow is out, right? So your elbow is out if it's like this. When you pivot, you relax your shoulder, then this turns vertical. Then the line here was going to create the forward push. So the forward push gives you, so your base, so here. Like this. So, and then you turn a little bit, so it's here. See? And then the other hand is there, and then open. Like this. But you open, but don't tense, just spread the fingers and then seat the wrist. Seat the wrist means feel like you're pressing here and relax the rest of the arm. Yeah. So these are just finding your position as a final position. Right? So that applies to both forms. It doesn't really, So when you come out, come like this. You go do this again. You do this turn. So like this, right? Turn, Okay, once you're there, drop, and then this ends up like this. This goes down, and then you come forward like this till that's there at the end, And then this hand is here. See, because if you're grabbing my arm, that's your position. If your hand is like this, you wouldn't be able to grab it because the thumb's not in the right place, so you're here. Now, if you do this, look what your elbow does. Because then the shoulders relax. And then this hand is here. Like that. So that gives you...
So this finger is on the center line.
Center line. Or you could use that as your guideline, depending on how you align your... Or you can use this. Now, if this is like this, you could do just slightly like that, right? Or, so this is going to let your elbow, see how the elbow, when your elbow is like this, your shoulder will be relaxed. Something holds your shoulder up. It's tension, right? So tension, muscular tension is what holds your limbs up here, right? It's not that all of it is bad. You have to have something to lift your arm, but how much do you need? You don't really know. So that's what part of Tai Chi is the learning to delete the excessive tension. So how does it learn that? It learns it because this is a motor skill. You're moving, so you have to regulate the amount of tension to create the action. So that's regulated by your brain. Your brain will take out the erroneous motion or erroneous tension, and it'll also determine through your understanding how much it should be using. So while we're talking about how much, we really don't know how much. It's a feeling. So that's what you have to go through. When you do your movements and you lift and you sink and you press, you get a feeling of relaxing, releasing, a smoothness, a evenness, a roundness, and a consistency that gives you the accuracy of the movement. So that's part of the struggle in trying to perfect your movement or your form. So while you're doing that, you're building tremendous understanding, and then the brain is doing all of these calculations, and then at the same time, while we're moving through space and we're creating these actions, you're really creating circulation. Circulation is created through movement. No movement, it's not going to stop because you're alive, and you have a system that will keep you alive as long as everything is still functioning. So when we think of health, what is healthy? What's the definition of healthy? What do you think? what would you consider being healthy? Movement, being healthy? What do you think is a good way of describing what healthy is? It, okay. Huh? Comfortable? What do you think being healthy is? What? Yeah. So everyone would think on this physical level that we're exercising, we're doing this, so we must be healthy, right? But actually, healthy is when your organs are doing what they're supposed to be doing. They should be working efficiently. They should be doing the tasks that they're designed to do, and that they function at its optimal state, right? So you have to have your heart working correctly, your lungs working correctly, your kidneys, your liver, everything has to be functioning based on, how you treat it. So it's important to know that that's what healthy is, because if you have something that's not working right, then you're not as healthy. So, but how does that happen? Some of it's genetic, but some of it is exercise is not just to build muscles, it's actually create good circulation, so you bring oxygen, nutrients to those places that need it, and it all needs it, including your brain. What?
So, a lot of talk of what, the importance of aerobic exercise.
Yeah.
So, to me, this is very perfect because the blood's flowing
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
But is this aerobic and how does that feel?
It's not aerobic. I think aerobics. This is just my personal. I think aerobics overrated. I think people want to increase their aerobic, ability based on demand. So if you're not out there doing marathons or you're not out there competing, then you don't need to have this tremendous aerobic system. The average person probably doesn't need that much. I mean, before they figured out that you should be jogging, mainly, and all this stuff is mainly because we become so inactive that if you don't do something, you're not going to have good aerobics. But I think part of it is because your blood vessels as you age, so some of this, they constrict, they get hardened, they get blockages in there from the plaque buildup due to diet and many other things. So your heart has to work a lot harder to get the same amount of oxygen and nutrients to where it's supposed to go. So you build the cardio side of it so it can take the stress of doing that. So you have to but it's really not good to be pumping a lot more fluids through a small vessel. It's really to create an open vessel that's more flexible and pliable to carry the amount that they were designed for you. So if your movement is balanced and not using a lot of physical action, then the demand on your heart's going to be less. So that's why Tai Chi works for people with heart disease and so forth, because you're not really stressing. Now that same person going to the gym or they go there and jump around for 20 minutes might have some problems because the heart can't keep up with the demand. Because as the muscle demands more oxygen, it makes you work harder, so then you increase your heart rate. So they've had different schools of thought on this. Back in the 70s and 80s, they said you have to raise your heart rate like 50 times your age and whatever. So some people get up their heart rate up to 70, 170, 180. But I think that's stressing your heart really. So there's a lot of people that run marathons and do others that have heart attacks. Why is that? Because weightlifters that they do a lot of bodybuilding, they have hardening of the heart. Because it's a muscle. So if you don't treat the muscles right, then they don't like it, or they actually adapt. So that's me. That's I can't say don't do any aerobics because you don't need it. I don't know. Maybe you need it because when you go into the doctors, you get a stress test. It's usually because they want to see if your heart can take it, and if it can't, I have a friend. Actually, he was supposed to get heart surgery and he didn't want to do it, so they gave him a stress test. He did a stress test, and like a few hours later or something, he died. He had a heart attack, a massive. So maybe some, you shouldn't be taking that stress test because, maybe you shouldn't be doing it. But that's because he was already unhealthy. So I really can't say because his heart wasn't right and his arteries were already blocked up. So I personally don't jog. In fact, I barely get my heart rate up to where it starts really, pumping. But it does, I guess, I think my system's fairly efficient from doing this, so I can do the kicks and all the stuff that I do with the kids, and I'm, barely sweating. But that's because I don't put a lot of effort into it. But most people put a lot of effort into it because they want it to be physical. So anyone that exercises wants to put a big demand. I think it's okay when you're younger. I think after 40 or 45, even though you have to exercise, I think some of the things that they do, especially the stuff that's really stressful on your body to keep it that strong, I think some of it's too much. So that's just my, my take on it. Because I've been doing this for a long time, and I always say that, if wear and tear is what's damaging your body, then after doing this for 60 years, I should be falling apart, right? But the thing is, it's how you do it. So if you do it the wrong way, you're going to be doing it, damaging your body. So if you're running, most runners or people that do it for a long time have problems with their knees, right? They have problems with their feet. And then you have some hip problems. But running is one directional, and it is, something that's great for the mind and body. If that's what you like, it's better than not doing anything. But you don't move your joints in the body the same way. You don't build the same coordination. You're not building, the matrix up here that is required to have coordination, balance, and functionality is what I think is the most important thing. Because what good is be able to run 50 miles and then when you can no longer run, you're totally dysfunctional because you're stiff and rigid and you can't do anything. So that's why I think, this type of exercise that builds integration, motor skill, memory, all that stuff is more valuable in a sense. Again, that's my opinion because I do this. Yeah, because you need oxygen. So if your muscles demand more, it also needs oxygen to produce energy, and then you have to have good circulation because your body it's like a catch-22. If you don't have good circulation and all that stuff that you're building as waste, it's just carbon dioxide and all the other chemicals that are left in your body after your muscles create that energy. You have to get rid of it. So, you have a system that does that. So, I mean, it's pretty complicated. But the thing is, just happens. You don't really have to think about it. But this is just what kind of happens. You need, the researchers and the experts in physiology and whatever it is, and then it also ties into your hormonal system. Every system in your body is working together, and they compensate and they do things to change whatever happens internally, because it thinks it needs to do it. It's just like your heart pumps faster because your body's demanding it. So, okay, so let's do the long form. We have time? Yep, we can just try and get through the whole thing. Ready? You want Ed to take your temperature? No? Oh. Okay, good. Okay, deep breathing. Inhale. Inhale. Just about on the right at the bell. Okay, ready? We'll bow. Up.